Hey, before this video starts, I just wanted to offer an apology for how I sound like shit. I have been dealing with a really terrible bout of long COVID, and it sometimes affects how I speak. I will try my best to cut out any of the weird issues it causes, except some might slip through, and for that, I apologize. I have no idea how to start this video, so I'm just gonna go for it. Hi, hello, it's me. I'm back. Only took me a year. I know it's been a while since I last took YouTube seriously, and I would like to sincerely apologize for my long, unexplained absence, but I would like to use this video as a way to sort of explain where I've been, what I've been working on outside of YouTube, and what my plans are, but both in regards to YouTube and my personal life. There won't be much in the way of gameplay. It'll probably just be whatever I can find on my hard drive. So I would recommend putting this video on in the background while you're gaming or doing house/schoolwork. On screen now is the topic list and some timestamps so you can skip to what interests you. However, I recommend watching this video in full at least once, so stuff I discuss in later chapters will make sense. So, where have I been? In 2021, I had the opportunity to replace one of my high school classes with an out-of-school media certificate offered by a local technical college, and towards the end of the year, I was offered a position in a post-production class instead of completing my final year of high school, which I took without hesitation for a number of personal reasons I probably won't ever share, but those who know. Originally, I wanted to continue doing YouTube while studying, but I genuinely underestimated how much coursework there was, and since at the time I wanted to industry job hunt and build connections, both as a sound designer, which is the discipline I work in these days, and as a VFX artist, it kinda got put on the back burner by total accident. In fact, last year, I only made 3 public videos, one actual video, which was more of a failed update video that I'm tempted to unlist and just upload the final bit on its own, and the other 2 were shit posts I made while fucking around during class. Yes, I take my education seriously. I'm a functional adult. Throughout the year, I did do some work for the channel. I wrote 2 full scripts and I got halfway through filming and recording them, and the reason I never finished them was because in June, I co-founded a little game dev collective with a couple of my super close friends called Spellbane Logo Pending, which then proceeded to eat up the rest of my time, including the past 10 months after I graduated, because we've been working on a big project. The project in question is a fast-paced boomer shooter inspired by games such as Blood and Dusk, set in a late 90s LA about fighting your way to a crashed asteroid that is creating mutant rats. That is a real sentence I just read out. What the fuck? As of the time of this video's release, all the basic systems are set up and working fully, and at this point we just have to finalize our very long to-do list and make the game look, sound, and play well. So a TLDR is the game functions, it just looks like ass. It's also an NDA nightmare in its current state, so I won't show anything off right now, but you won't have to wait long to see it. At this rate, we plan to have a demo ready sometime early next year, probably by about April, but I'll be posting little teasers here and there, similar to the one I posted last month, so you can gauge how far along we are. I'll talk more about showcasing work stuff in a later section, however, I would like to take a quick second to talk about the future of my living situation. As of right now, I am based on the other side of the world to the co-founders of my game dev collective, and I have decided to rectify that in the most logical way imaginable. I will be relocating to the good old USA in the nearish future. That's right, land of military-grade assault weapons sold at fucking Walmart, Macca's, a law that lets them legally invade The Hague, a college degree's worth of debt if you so much as sneeze, and the worst measurement system ever invented by a living being. And soon your girl will be in the dead center of it all. God save my putrid soul. I am making this poor life choice for several reasons. As stated before, I am on the other side of the world to my game dev collective co-founders, who are also my best friends, and I would like to be closer to them for both professional and personal reasons. There are also more opportunities in my chosen field in North America, and I would like to escape the area of Australia I grew up in because it is incredibly hot, and it turns out that I have seasonal depression. Yippee. I am keeping an eye on the political situation in the States because it is genuinely terrifying, but I'm optimistic about the future occasionally, and I would like to plan as if things are going to get better instead of sitting around doom scrolling on some obscure prepper subreddit whose user base is sincerely convinced if their wife leaves them, the sky will fall in and they will be sucked into deep space permanently. I'm not going to say much more than that right now because there's so much still up in the air and I've started to value my privacy a lot more. But I can confirm the move is happening at some point, and once I can share more details, I will. So take this as your warning. If you live in the circle on screen now, the chance of you bumping into me in public will go up ever so slightly. So now that I've gotten all of the formalities out of the way, what's next YouTube-wise? I would like to produce 3 different types of content going forward. First is content in the style of that Darwin Project review I made a couple years back, because while that took a lot of work, it was a genuine blast to make, and now that I have the time, I would like to give long-form reviews another shot. I do plan to be pretty conservative with what games I cover, mainly covering ones I'm either playing or I'm actually interested in, which may result in me missing 99% of new and trending games. However, it'll mean the end product is of a high quality and something I can actually look back on and be proud of. The second type is the generic Let's Play that every single YouTuber makes at some point for some fucking reason. These won't be as frequent as the other stuff, but I hang out with my friends a lot, and since a fair chunk of them are also occasional content creators, I could probably get enough accidental clips to turn into an edited Let's Play similar to Soundsmith or OnlyNG's stuff, or something similar to Shammy's old Alt F10 series that she did a few years back. The third type, and probably the least interesting to most human beings, will be sound design and game dev related videos where I either talk about or show something cool I'm working on, which isn't under an NDA, such as that shader I uploaded last month to sort of revive this channel, or my workflow and thought process behind something I'd show off in the first type of video, or something I made for fun to sharpen my skills, such as for a friend's channel or a D&D campaign I am a part of. Will these do well algorithmically? Probably not, but I enjoy talking about this stuff, and I'd like to think there's at least one other human being out there who'd also find this stuff interesting, and hell, maybe they'll even learn something. I would also like to give streaming a genuine shot, both on my own channel as well as occasional cameos on my friends. I don't have a lot to say on this front because it's still early days, but they'll probably just be chill streams, so where I shoot the shit with chat over whatever chill games as I have installed, or record some footage for whatever video I'm currently working on. Originally, I wanted to only stream on YouTube because it's where the majority of my audience is, but since Twitch has decided to do something good for once and relax its simulcasting rules ever so slightly, I'll probably set up a dual stream setup to both YouTube and Twitch. Before this video ends, I would like to take a second to shout out 2 people who, since I've met them, have genuinely become some of my closest friends on both a personal and professional level. Judy and Melany, better known online as QB Judy and Melany Miku, respectively. Judy is a streamer whose content can be summed up as friends just goofing off and having a good time in games, and even if that sounds like something you wouldn't be super interested in, she's genuinely one of the sweetest and funniest people I've ever met, so please at the absolute minimum drop her a follow and spend some time in chat. She's currently taking a small break due to college, but she's about halfway through a 100% run of every single FNAF game, and at the time of writing, she's about halfway through UCN. But if you want to catch up on important Judy lore, she has a VOD channel named The Cube Vault. She also has an actual YouTube channel under the name QB Judy that currently sits as a shitpost archive, but she's got some actual content in the works I think you guys would be interested in. Melany, on the other hand, makes more scripted content, which mainly boils down to reviews and retrospectives about games or topics she finds interesting, usually about internet culture or obscure Nintendo games. They're a decent length, very well written, interesting, witty, and the person making them is genuinely one of the nicest people I have ever met. If you're looking for a place to start, I highly recommend her videos on FNAF 2 or 3, her newest video on Nintendo's history with cameras, which I actually worked on, so I'm kind of biased, or the 1-2 Switch rant on the second channel. If you've heard any of this and thought, hey, they sure sound like swell gals, but I wish I could see y'all hang out together, you're in luck, because we intend to cameo in each other's stuff occasionally, and while I can't confirm anything yet, I promise if anything we make together is good or funny, it is completely accidental. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you've made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. I've wanted to do something on this platform since I was a little kid, and now that I've got the chance to dedicate my time to it, I don't want to waste it, and I promise the stuff I'm working on will be worth the wait. I would also like to apologize for the audio in this video being just absolute ass. I have been dealing with long COVID, as I said in the intro, and my throat about halfway through recording this video decided to shit itself, so I've had to spend the past week recording on and off. Thank you for watching, take care, remember to drink water, and take your meds as if you take any. Have a good one.